But in between all that mix, I took a show. Now, this one I'll get on Jacob Fatu about because he told me to call this guy. Hey, this guy wants to use you. So I'm like, okay. So this was like a couple weeks out. Like I was gonna try to just do the concerts this weekend and have a nice weekend and try to stay home because I've been going 7 days a week and Lord knows I want to stay married because I love this woman. Because we do the school Monday through Thursday, and then I've been doing private lessons with like Paige Van Zandt and a couple other people that are going to WWE now that I just the name to be named later. But if you read through all this stuff and everything, you'll get it. But where was I at now? I got text messages go off to mess with that. This weekend. Yeah. So for Jacob, I was gonna try to take this weekend off, but then a couple weeks ago, Jacob's like, "Oh man, you had to call this guy. He wants to use you. It's all on the up and up." So I'm like, the guy texted me and everything. I said, "Sure, I'll do the show." The money was good and everything, and it seemed legit. And then he put the match card up, whatever, the graphic for my match and stuff. And I'm like, whoa. Masada? Deathmatch Masada? Like, I've known Masada since he was a kid and came to England. He'd already been wrestling for a little while, but he was younger then. And we hung out in England and stuff together. And I'm like, stick shit in your head, Masada? like, bleed all over the building, Masada? And he's like, yeah, man, I'm sorry. I was excited you were coming in. I forgot to tell you. I go, well, we got to renegotiate this. And he did. He did renegotiate, and it was healthy, and it was, but I didn't think much of it when after we talked about it. And then I roll in there, and then I realized there's 3 death matches that night, and whatnot. And I thought I was under the impression now this company's called Circle 6 in Orlando, and I should have known because they were the Circle 6, but then it was also what was it called? Underground or No Peace. Mm-hmm. So another company called No Peace Underground, I think, where they usually fight without rings. They do death matches on barroom floors and stuff. So I was like, I should have just kept putting two together, but I didn't think much of it. So I left out that morning early. So I went out and watched Taviro, and I watched Anna Diaz in a women's gauntlet match, and then I went straight from there to the thing. So it was a long day. So I rolled in there, and appropriately, it's thundering and lightning and pouring rain, so it's dark and doomsday like pouring in there to get this venue. It's a nice venue. Actually, they have like nice lacy things hanging from the ceiling. It was a wedding venue, like where people get married. It was in the back of those warehouses, but it was like a wedding venue. So it was like very peaceful venue for all the blood, slaughter, and violence that was to come. So yeah, I had to think of it. Then when Jacob showed up, and he showed up with some of the NXT guys and stuff. They came out, and they all came out to say hello, and they're like, we had to come see this, man. What are you, 53 doing death matches? I go, whoa, it didn't say death match. It said Extreme Rules match. There's a couple other death matches, but it was no different, I suppose. I just avoided the forensic balls. So like I said, I didn't think much about it until I got there, and then I started thinking like, what the hell am I gonna be doing here? And then yeah, so when it all breaks down, eventually, I don't know. I know you got graphics. You could probably show them later, but Masada's he's a crazy ass, and yeah, right here. Look at this shit, Raymond. People on Spotify. I don't know if you can see it now. I think you can actually see now on Spotify. Some people say. I think Susan told me you can see the show on Spotify.
Yeah, we upload video now.
Upload video. Well, this is not comfortable here. So what I'm going to explain to you is, I believe they're called skewers. Now, this is what, if you're in a restaurant, you order shrimp on the barbie or shish kebab or whatever, where they put a little chicken and pineapple and an onion and a pepper on there. All right, so that's one they put on you. Well, there's about 70 or 80 of these in my head right now. Do you see that, Raymond? What do you guess? How many's in my head right there?
Over 100, bro.
Well, yeah, we started with over 100. I know that. I mean, I was like, he goes, it doesn't hurt. Like, my ass, man, it's my ass. It don't hurt.
Look at your face, bro.
Maybe it don't hurt when he first puts it in, but when he starts hammering it in with his hand, hammering it in. And then what you don't see in this video is that he tries to, here's what he hammered in. See, boom, and then they just start dropping out. Look at all the ones on the ground that he attempted to get in my head, and then what left. Did you see that? Can you run that back and look to what he attempted to put in my head? Now, I don't know where this qualifies as wrestling and why a 53-year-old man like me should be doing this shit here. Like, I'm not Matt Cardone out there carving a new path or anything. Like, God bless him. He wants to be all hardcore and stuff like that. But Yeah, so like I'm having my own barbecue. It's Gangrel on a skewer right here.
Oh, look at
Like
them back
Gangrel
there.
on multiple skewers. Like
The lady back there covering her mouth.
yeah,
She
well,
fearful,
and she
man.
should like, because I probably crapped myself and cried all at the same time. But yeah. Oh, so then this next video, yeah. So it takes like after he tried to like camel clutch me holding the skewers. So you can picture he drove these in my head and he takes his hand and he's just holding them in trying to get me to submit. And I don't submit, so he takes a chair, a folding chair, and puts it where the back of the chair is into the skewers that are into my forehead. Then he knee lifts the chair into the skewers into my forehead and stands me up right here. So a very uncomfortable moment right there. But yeah, so yeah, that was my oh geez, well yeah, well at least I'm on the net positive side here. Like now, what fool brings concrete center blocks to a wrestling show? But they do, right? So
Put them to good use.
yeah, well, yeah, but like, man, that just gave me the flashbacks. And I don't want to bring up the riots in L.A. Remember when the dudes came out and hit the head with the center block, the truck driver in the L.A. riots? Oh my gosh,
Nah, man.
back in the Rodney King stuff when they rioted.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that one dude, Denny, whatever. We got I'm like,
Were you?
man, one slip of this block, you're dead, dude. I don't go into jail on here, but
Were you in LA when that was going down?
no, hell no.
Oh.
I was down here representing South Florida where I was born. Staying alive down here. Yeah. No, I ain't got no business out there when that shit's going on. Got no business anywhere when that stuff's going on. I stay home.
Yeah, you on the other side of the fence, so yeah.
Yeah, well, it's all, fence is where you're standing, but I don't know. Who's the judge what side you're on? But yeah, that was my weekend, Raymond. So, yeah, what was it called again? Circle 6. So I survived that shit though. Man, there was so much broken glass, taking chairs to the head and cookie trays. I knew. I thought Susan would say a lot more than she did when I got home, but she didn't. She didn't say much. She just kind of looked at me, shook her head with like, why? Like, I'm like, I don't know. I said it's probably the last one I do, So people seeing these things out there that run these kind of companies, don't be calling me for that shit. That was just fell into it by accident and but just didn't want to back out of it and just rode the booking out. But I mean, I had fun. I mean, it was nothing. It was fine. Got in my car and drove 4 hours home, 3.5 hours back home, and was in the gym at like 8 the next morning or 9 the next morning. So got in at 3. So no, it's all good, man. It's all day in the life of vampire and pro wrestling. But I mean, I guess this is the stuff that people, like the Jim Cornettes or our people frown upon, But truth be told, and it be known as 95 and 96. I believe, or I could be wrong. It could be 94, 95, but I believe it's 95, 96. I did this crap every weekend. I was going through the fluorescent bulbs. I was working for a fellow called Ian Rotten in Mid-South. So he ran like Kentucky, Indiana and stuff. So I was doing these Taipei glass death matches. I was doing all this shit before it was even cool or a thing back in the day because I just didn't want to get a damn regular job and I wanted to wrestle for a living. So when I had a day off, I always filled it with one of those bookings because those bookings were there. A lot of people were doing it. It was back when Madman Pondo was first coming up, and I worked Tracy Smothers a lot there. Gosh, I fought for my life a lot. All the way, like after I did all those, I can still remember like the trainers and when I was in WWF, it was WWE now, but WWF at the time. They're going, bro, you got glass coming out of your back. Yeah, I said, yeah, it's this damn fluorescent bulb still coming back to haunt you 4 years later, 5 years later, working glass out of your back and stuff. So I've done all this shit, man. I've been there, done it, bought the T-shirt and all that. So, but that was probably my last hoorah, boo-ah, for that, whatever. Yeah, but that was my weekend there, man. That was, it was an interesting weekend. Concerts were good, but in between all that, there was some melee, mayhem, and rage and stuff, but I survived and it was fun.